Hi guys, this is a Kryptonite Keeper I've got here. I've been asked several times and again this morning about feedback with these locks and knowing when you're in a gate and not in a gate. This isn't my favourite lock to sort of do this on. It's got this stupid flexible bit on, and the tip on my Sparrows probably needs to be 1/2 mil deeper because it only just picks up the second disc, because the first one on this is a spinner. But I have set this up so that hopefully it'll work. See, that's the disc, but it literally, if I don't hold it in, it just pops out. But I just can't be bothered grinding the Sparrows tip down, pick tip, no, tension tip down. So anyway, so there we go. What can we see? Not a lot. What I'm going to do is going to move you over. I don't have a key for this. We'll try and zoom you in. Get some focus if we can. Come on, focus. Focus. Not having it. There we go. Okay, so bring the light over a bit maybe, so might help. Oh, that's shining now. We'll try that. Okay, so I'm hoping you can see the tip. You can, that's good, right. So all I do, they're all lined up. And the key thing with this is being able to get all the way up and down the keyway, traversing the pack. So then what I do is I turn my disc about a quarter turn so that when I pull it back, it's against the bottom disc. As I said, I don't have a key, but it's a Kryptonite, so I would guess that the bottom at least is a 0 cut, but we will test it. So I just gently pull back. On here, not a lot of tension. The more tension you put on there, the more damage you can do to your pick tip. The feedback's better, but right, so I've just got in a tiny bit there. So I then am on the bottom disc. So now I want to see how much movement I've got. So that is nearly, in fact it is, 1 segment on the Sparrows pick from there to there. So I now know that that is quite a wide gap to start with, and I now know that our bottom one is a 0 cut. So what I do is I slide past it, just up, slide past it, turn it 90 degrees clockwise, pull up. I know there's no question that I'm then on the next disc. So just turn it around until it comes up. Now I'm on that disc. Now I've got half. So I know that that isn't. So if I go back to the other one, I had a 4 segment. If I go back to the next one up, I've only got half a segment. So I'm guessing that this one's going to need to turn. So it's not in a gate. There's no false gates in here, and that pick tip's just slipped out because I wasn't concentrating on holding it in. Right, so we start again from the bottom because I don't know where I was, to the second one, where we're on now. I'm going to reset the second one back because I don't know where it was. So there we are on the second one. So we'll turn it, just gently, gently, nice and smooth. You don't know that there was a big jump there. Now there's no click or anything, but now I've got a whole segment. So that is now in its gate. So I just pull up against that because I know the other next disc up is further back round, which is there. We'll do that. We've got about 3/4 of a segment. I don't think that's enough, so I'll just gently turn this one. I've got a click, not a click, but a movement, and now we'll test it, and I've got a full segment. So I'll just pull up into the next one. Now I've got a full segment there, so I'm guessing that again is a 0 cut disc. So go back past that, pull up, so go between the discs gently, So we're on the next one. Again, half a segment. So we'll turn this till something happens. There we go, full segment. Now we're at the top. So we know that the bottom one and one of the other ones, I can't remember which one, was 0 cut. So I'll use the bottom one just because it's easiest. So get on there and holding the pick tip in. It all fell off, but I think we opened it anyway, did we? Yes, we did. Sorry, I'll zoom you out. That often happens when you have to rotate the top disc. It's open. So basically, I got everything set at the disc pack. I used the tension tip on the last disc, which I knew was a 0 cut because of the play in there. And then I tensioned off that, and then with the pick tip, I just rotated anti-clockwise until it dropped into a gate and the whole lot just fell out. Slips off, usually that means it's open. So if I can get this out, get that out of the way. Back up a bit so we can see what we're doing. So basically, once you've picked a few of these, you literally don't bother with that, but I did try and line this all up so that it sort of worked. So on this particular lot, and they're not all the same by any means. So that's where I picked it was, no, it's not where I picked it was lined up. It was lined up with that one. So a true gate was one segment movement like that. If it was only half a segment movement like that, it needed picking and rotating around until it was a full gate. There was no actual clicks involved here. It literally, as I was turning it around, it just went loose, and that's when it drops off the edge of the disc into the actual gate, and then you just need to test to check. There isn't any false ones in this one, or any kryptonites, I don't think. To make sure you've got that full disc. Obviously, it's not going to be in that one. It's probably going to be around here somewhere. It could be half to a half, but you need the full segment rotation because you know how big that disc is. Some of them, the discs are only half a segment and you get 0 movement on there. I kind of hope that helps you guys out there. You know who you are that have been asking for some hows and whys. So a quick run through is turn everything clockwise. Get your pick tip on the top disc, or on this one, the second disc down because it's got the spinner. Make your tension, push your pick all the way to the bottom, turn it 90 degrees, pull it back, and then slowly rotate it with gentle back pressure until it drops into the first disc. If you're pulling it too hard, you're going to go straight up to the disc pack. So literally, you just want to go up until it just drops into the disc, and then measure how big that gate is. There's going to be play where the, I don't actually have a disc here, but the discs are obviously sort of that shape in the middle, sort of a rectangular shape. So you're going to get a little bit of play anyway, even when it's not moving. But when it's in a gate, you will get much more play on your tip. And then obviously you rotate, and then it goes loose. All of a sudden it's dropped into a gate. They don't all click. I mean, if you racked up the tension really hard, they probably would all click, but then you're going to risk breaking the end of your tip off. Anyway, hope that helps, guys.